Good luck.
Merhaba arkadaşlar, hepiniz IEFT Talks webinarlarına hoş geldiniz. Bugün Kanada'nın en büyük ve lider Politeknik Üniversitelerinden Northern Alberta Institute of Technology'de Eğitim ve Junko'dan dinliyor olacağız. Lütfen sorularınızı questions kısmından sormayı unutmayın. Yes, Junko, the stage is yours now.
Okay, thank you, Zainab. Hi, everyone. My name is Junko. I'm an international recruitment specialist at the Northern Alberta Institute of Technology. It's called NAIT'te in IEFT. Before I start my presentation, I'd like to share our video so then you can take a look at what our campus looks like, and then it'll be interesting to watch. Okay, hold on a second. Here you go. Okay, so this is our video, and then you can see that the students are moving in the city and in the campus. So we took this video in the winter time, so you can see a lot of snow. But in summertime, it's very beautiful, and I wish I could show you the summertime video. But anyway, let me start my presentation here. Just give me a second. I'm setting my presentation. Okay. Okay, everyone see my screen here?
Yes, we can see Junko.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so let me start my presentation. Okay, so here are the topics I will cover in my presentation today. We will spend a little bit of time on Canada, Alberta, Edmonton at the beginning, because I think it's important to learn about the place where you might be living in the future. Then I will talk about NAIT'te, our programs, and an application process. And at the end of the presentation, there will be a time to take your questions. So please feel free to bring your questions if you have any. Okay, let's get started. Okay, so this map will give you an idea how long it will take you to travel to Edmonton from your city. So for example, from Istanbul, the travel time would be around 14 hours. And then you would probably transit through Toronto, just the east side of Canada, to Edmonton. And then here are the pictures of Canada that Wright's photo has taken in Edmonton in the fall seasons. And then you can see the beautiful autumn leaves in this photo. So in Canada, we have 4 distinct seasons: spring, summer, fall, and winter. And then the temperature rise and then the fall gradually. So in summertime, the average temperature is 22 degrees Celsius. And then in wintertime, it's a minus 10 degrees Celsius. However, it gets colder in winter, and then the temperature can drop to a minus 20, and then sometimes it's minus 30 degrees Celsius too. And then I know a lot of international students worry about winter in Canada. However, in winter in Edmonton is dry, cold, and then some people find it's very refreshing, not chilling. And then you will feel fine as long as you wear a proper clothing such as gloves, scarf, and the toque. And then we are also very prepared for the winter with centralized heating and insulated places. So it's very warm in houses and the building. And then sometimes the people are wearing only t-shirts inside of their house. So even the transit, public transit, such as bus and trains are heated. And then our province is known for the sunniest province in Canada. And then it's sunny even in winter. For example, Edmonton has an average of 325 sunny days. So it's almost every day in Edmonton. And then this makes a huge difference in the wintertime because we will find a blue sunny sky even if we have a lot of snow on the street. You will feel very refreshed. Okay, so you may think Canadian people are like him. Actually, Canada is very multicultural, and you will find a lot of people from the different cultural background and ethnicities. So based on the recent statistics, there are over 250 ethnic origin or ancestry in Canada. So the United States also has a lot of people from a different culture and ethnicities, but the States is known to be a melting pot, whereas Canada is known to be a mosaic. So the difference between the States and then Canada is, so in the States, everyone goes in different and then it comes out American. But in Canada, everyone goes in different and then maintain their cultural identity bound together by the shared Canadian values. So we respect and then celebrate people's cultures and encourage them to keep it as a part of their heritage. So Canadians are very open to the different cultures and curious about the people from the other countries. So you will find the people here are very warm, friendly, and welcoming. By the way, this person in this picture is our current Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau. His party has developed and implemented some legislation that supports international students and newcomers to Canada. He may not be in the office forever, but his current policies can help to support your goal to study and possibly stay in Canada. He's a big supporter of international students and immigration. So Canada is the second largest country in the world, and it has 37 million population. Canada admitted to more than 300,000 permanent residents last year and has been accepting a lot of immigrants. So the reason why Canada has been accepting a large number of immigrants is Canada has an aging population. So if we don't bring in people from overseas, we will not have enough people to keep our country running. And then Canada is also one of the few countries that offer a post-graduation work permit for international students. So the post-graduation work permit allows international students to work in Canada after they finish their school. Students will have opportunities to gain a Canadian work experience. And then after working in Canada for a few years, they might have a chance to apply for the permanent residency in Canada. So this year, Canada accepted 40,000 permanent residency applications from international students who graduated from the Canadian schools. So as you can see here, Canada considers international students as an excellent candidate for the permanent residence because they studied in Canadian education system and they are already familiar with the country and the Canadian culture. They also meet our labor needs and highly qualified professionals and the skilled trade. And they also increase Canada's innovation capacity and have a ties to international trade in our global economy. So Canada sees a lot of values and the benefits that international students can potentially bring to the country. Okay, so now we are moving to the province of Alberta. Canada is organized into the 10 provinces and the 3 territories, and NAIT'te is located in the province of Alberta, just the west side of Canada. And the population in Alberta is just over 3 million, and most people live in 2 major cities, Edmonton and Calgary. A lot of people don't know about this, but Alberta has a 3rd largest oil reserve in the world after Saudi Arabia and in Venezuela. So thanks to the oil, people who live in Alberta are getting financial benefits. For example, we don't have any provincial sales tax, which makes living in Alberta cheaper than other provinces. So when you purchase goods or services in Canada, everyone needs to pay a 5% federal tax. And each province has additional sales tax to the federal one, but Alberta doesn't. For example, British Columbia requires additional 7% tax, so you will be ended up paying a 12% in total for taxes. Ontario requires additional 8% tax, and then you will pay 13 taxes in total, whereas in Alberta, you pay only 5% tax. Income tax in Alberta is also cheaper than other provinces, which makes a huge difference when you start doing a part-time job or working full-time. So by living in Alberta, you have a benefit for having a lower taxes, and then having a lower taxes reduces your cost of living significantly. Alberta is also known for one of the highest minimum wage in Canada. Our current minimum wage is $15 per hour, whereas the minimum wages in the other provinces could be between $11 and then $14. So it's a little bit lower than our minimum wage. So as an international student, you can work while you are studying. So if you study and work in Alberta, you will earn more money than if you were to live in other provinces. So this is a job forecast in Alberta from 2019 until 2028. So this predicts the job openings for the Alberta until 2028 due to the economic growth and the replacing demand, such as retirement and the migration to the other provinces. So if you look at the cumulative imbalance, you will see the 7,200 in 2023 and the 6,100 in 2024. So just a yellow highlighted part. The cumulative imbalance indicates a shortage in the Alberta job market. So there will be a lot of labor shortage in 2023 and 2024 as baby boomers are retiring. And if you're starting this year or next year, the year 2023 or 24 will be the time when you graduate from the school and you start working. So the job forecast is very bright for you. And then the next one is forecasted job openings in the various sectors based on the same report. Again, there will be a lot of job openings due to the baby boomers' retirement. And then you can see which occupation will be in high demand next 7 years in Alberta. So the most in-demand job will be in the sales and the service sector. And then the second demand job will be in the trade and the transportation sector. And then the third one will be the business, finance, and administration occupation. So if you are thinking of moving to Alberta, this information will help you find out what kind of occupation you want to engage in Alberta. And then NAIT'te has a programs to support the careers in all these areas. And in Alberta, you will have access to the free provincial healthcare plan, and this includes your accompanying family members, such as your spouse and the children. You will get the basic health insurance plan from Alberta Healthcare that covers seeing a doctor, getting a medical examination, and so on. And then when you graduate, you'll be still covered with Alberta Healthcare if you are on the post-graduation work permit. Okay, so now it's about our city. So Edmonton is the capital city of Alberta, and it has a 1.49 million population and is a growing city. The population density is very small in Edmonton, and we have only 123 people per square kilometers, whereas Istanbul has almost 2,800 people per square kilometer. So you can see the big difference between those two numbers. So we have a lot of space in the city, and then when you drive in Edmonton, you will find that there is not so much traffic on the street. The average age of the city is 35 years old, so it's a very young city too. Edmonton is also a business hub and it supports small business. So our government encourages people to start their own business and offers funding support to them. For example, there will be a 166 million over next 3 years in innovation employment grant. So this includes supporting a small and medium-sized business that invests in the research and the development. Edmonton is also a high-tech hub and the home of the National Institute for Nanotechnology. And there are a lot of festivals going on throughout the year. That's why Edmonton is known as a festive city. Edmonton also has a lot of nature in the city and the largest urban park in North America. It's 10 times larger than Central Park in New York. So you can do a different kind of outdoor activities such as hiking, biking, canoeing, ice skating in the park, and then Edmonton is also close to the world-famous Rocky Mountains. In Edmonton downtown, there are many amenities available such as restaurants, cafes, shopping center, and movie theaters. So you can enjoy both urban city life and beautiful nature in Canada. Okay. So now we are moving to the school part. So first of all, I'd like to talk about the Canadian higher education system. So NAIT'te is a polytechnic school, and the quality and the standard of the education is the same in the polytechnic and in the college or universities. So the major difference between the polytechnic and then the college or university is the way schools teach. For example, the college or university focuses on academic and theoretical courses such as English, sociology, history, math, sciences, and then you will receive a long lectures in the big classes with 100 students, and then you will spend a lot of time on doing research and then writing papers. On the other hand, polytechnic schools are focusing on hands-on and applied skill training. You will still learn the theory, but also spend the time on hands-on training as well. So you will be equipped with the knowledge and the skills needed for the workforce when you graduate from Polytechnic. Another major difference is the length of the program. So the programs at the college or universities are at least 2 years or longer, but most of the programs at the Polytechnic are shorter terms, such as 1 year or 2 years. So NAIT'te was founded in 1962, and it has 4 campuses, currently serving 40,000 students, and it has over 1,900 international students from 88 different countries. NAIT'te is one of the largest polytechnic schools in Canada and the 3rd largest post-secondary school in Alberta. We are ranked 3rd in Canada's top 50 research colleges for 2020. So we surveyed 800 employers of NAIT'te graduate, And then 98% of the employers are happy with our graduate. And then they believe our graduates are prepared for the workforce. And then 100 of the employers stated that they would hire NAIT graduate in the future or recommend NAIT graduates to others. So employer satisfaction rate is very high. And the 86% of the NAIT graduate find a rewarding career after graduate. And the 50% of the program focuses on learning theory and the 50% on hands-on training. So after you learn the theory in the classroom, you will have a chance to apply it to real work settings. We offer the small size classes that limit up to 20 to 40 students per class, which means you will get individual attentions from the instructors, and you don't have to share a machine or equipment with other students. Our programs are short, such as 1 year certificate program, 2-year diploma programs, so you'll be ready to enter workforce within a few years. So our education is based on the 4 pillars: technology-based education, industry partnership, applied research, hands-on learning. So the technology-based education, we have a state-of-the-art facility and the simulation center, and then the students have access to the world-class learning resources, and then work with the large and complex equipment in a safe and controlled environment. NAIT has a strong industry partnerships, and then our programs are developed with industry input. So for example, every year, companies send us an industry expert to tell us the latest technology that is used in their industries. So we make sure that our students will learn how to use the machines and the equipment that are currently used in that industry. So as a result, our graduates have the skills that matches the industry needs. So regarding the applied research, students will spend a lot of time on presentation, research project, and developing relevant work skills. And there are also co-op opportunities where students can gain a work experience, meet new people, and build network. They can put this work experience on their resume, and that will help them find a job in Canada in the future. And the last pillar is hands-on learning. So students will gain the real-world skills in the class. For example, in the School of Health and the Life Sciences, students will work with the real patients. And then in the School of Business, the student will experience stock trading, bank simulations, and the case competitions, and so on. Okay. So our main campus is located in the north of the Edmonton downtown, and then it's about a 10-minute drive from the city center. There are direct trains and the bus services to the campus, and then the student fee includes the discounted train and the bus pass, so you can save some money on the transportation. Unfortunately, NAIT doesn't have our own campus housing, but we offer student housing at the University of Alberta and then MacEwan University, and their residences are 10 minutes or 30 minutes away by train. If you're not interested in the student housing, there are a lot of apartments around NAIT, and then you can find the one close to the campus. So we have an international center that supports international students as they transition and settle in Canada. International Center offers a team of immigration licensed advisors on campus, international student peer mentors, academic advisors to support students with planning, organizing their studies at NAIT. And then the counselors for international students who can help them with the general well-being at NAIT. There are also a lot of events for the international students where you can meet new people and then make friends. Okay, so now we are looking into our programs. So we offer more than 120 programs, and they are offered through the 4 different schools. We also offer the ESL classes for those who don't meet our English language proficiency requirement. Academic upgrading programs offer the high school level courses. So if a student prior education doesn't meet our academic requirements, they can take our academic upgrading courses to meet the requirements. So I will talk more about our academic requirements later. Okay. So NAITTE has one of the largest business schools in Western Canada, and then here are some programs offered at the J.R. Shaw School of Business. So in the business program, we have a 4-year bachelor degree programs and a 2-year diploma programs, and you can select your area of specialization out of 6 different areas, such as accounting, entrepreneurship, finance, human resource. And in the 4-year bachelor degree programs, if you already have a business diploma, you might be able to start from the year 3 and then complete the program within 2.5 years. So it actually doesn't take you 4 years to complete the bachelor program here. And the Bachelor of Technology program is recommended for the student who already have a degree or diploma in the technology field, such as IT, engineering, and then even medical. And then they can obtain a bachelor degree in 2 years. So these students usually already have skills and knowledge in the technical field, but if they want to move to management or leadership position, they will need a different skill set, such as critical thinking and the project management skills. So a lot of the time, technical people are very good at what they are doing or specialize in, but not equipped with other skills such as management and leadership skills. So this program was developed to fill in the gap, and it's like we call it a Master of Leadership program. We also have a hospitality management, applied finance services, data analytics program in the School of Business. Okay. So this is the biggest school at NAITTE, and in the School of Applied Science and Technology has 7 different areas of study. They currently offer 44 different programs, and their programs are designed to meet the industry's needs. So you will see the work of a graduate in a number of infrastructures, building, technologies, and engineering projects across Alberta and Canada. I'm not going through each program, but nanotechnology, nanosystem engineering technology under the analytical science is one of our unique programs because there are not so many institutions that offer this program in Canada. And the programs in the renewable resources and environmental sciences services are becoming popular these days because a lot of people are more concerned about the environment and they're interested in the renewable resources. The energy-related programs are still in high demand as oil and gas is a major industry in Alberta. So speaking of technology, Alberta is now home to more than 3,000 tech companies, and the number has significantly increased in the last 10 years. So the graduate of our technology program will have the skill set that is needed on the growing tech sector in Alberta. We also have a lot of IT and computer-related programs, and the digital media and the IT programs. This program are very popular among international students as they have a lower entrance requirement than other IT programs. So the School of Health and the Life Sciences has 3 areas of study, and it trains students to become allied healthcare professionals. The job of allied healthcare professional is to prevent, diagnose, and treat disease and illness. They also applied management and administration skills to support healthcare system and applied scientific principles and evidence-based practical to assist patients. So NAITE uses simulation with state-of-the-art equipment, models, and actors, providing a scenario in a safe and a controlled environment. So you will actually get hands-on training in a simulation center and learn how to provide medical support to the patient, just like in this picture. Okay, so this is the last school, the School of Skilled Trade. We have a culinary arts, baking and a pastry arts, and the skilled trade programs. So to become an instructor at NAITE, a person has to have multiple years of industry experience, and then they can teach students from their experience and then tell them what it looks like to work in the industry. So our students benefit from the industry experienced instructors and a comprehensive and up-to-date curriculum. So in the skilled trade program, there are 4 programs: advanced plumbing, advanced welding, automotive service, electrical installation. They are brand new programs starting just this September. And these programs are 2-year diploma program that offer the trade training and then the pathway to apprenticeship after students complete the program. So in order to get into a programs, you have to meet the academic requirements and the English language proficiency. So there are two components. The entrance requirements vary depending on the program, but we usually require English 30 and Math 30 for most of our programs. But some programs have a lower requirement, such as English 20 and Math 20. So English 30 is a subject of English language arts course in Alberta curriculum, and usually equivalent to the grade 12 level English in many countries. And the Math 30 would be equivalent to grade 12 level math in other countries as well. However, every country has a different education system, so it's not always a simple conversion. So we sometimes require an additional course to convert a foreign subject into Alberta equivalent course. For the English language proficiency, most programs require IELTS minimum 6.5 for overall score with no band less than 5.0. TOEFL minimum total score of 80 with no individual component below 20. And for the Duolingo, the minimum score is 115. So if you go to the program page, you will find this entrance requirement for the program under the How to Apply section. And then it looks like this in this picture here. So here is the example of a program page. And then you can see all the detail for each of our programs. For example, you can find the intake semesters, length of the program, if the program is accepting international student, program descriptions, and the employment rate for this specific program, and the course detail, just at the bottom of this slide, tuition fees, and the entrance requirements under How to Apply. So the requirement we just saw the previous slide. So if you are interested in a business administration diploma, 2-year diploma course, but if you are not meeting the English language requirement, there is an option for you to get into the business program. So first of all, you need to meet the academic requirements for the program, such as English language art, so English 30, and the math requirements, math 30 requirements. But if your English language proficiency is IELTS overall score of 6.0, and then a TOEFL 74, and Duolingo 100, if you have those scores, you can be still admitted into the business administration diploma program provisionally. So what that means is, so you can start a business program while you are working on your English language requirements. So in this special admission, you will take a ESL level 6 courses in the first 12 months of your studies. So basically your first year of your studies. And then if you complete the ESL level 6 in the first year, then you can continue your study in the second year, the business program. So if you're not able to meet our ELP, English Language Proficiency requirement, we also offer the ESL classes here at NAIT'te. So NAIT'te offers 6 levels of ESL. One level takes 15 weeks, so it's a 1 semester. There are 3 intakes per year. And then once you complete the level 6 with a minimum grade, you can apply to the most of the programs at NAIT'te. So our ESL also follows the same teaching philosophy as our other classes. They are practical and prepare you for the learning at NAIT'te or for working in the industries. So for example, you will work on the presentation with other classmates. So you won't only learn English, but also learn how to work with others. Okay. So here are the estimated yearly tuition fees and the living cost. The majority of our programs cost around $20,000 or less per year. And there are only 5 programs closer to $27,000. They are usually medical programs such as dentistry, technology, respiratory therapy. But there are also additional fees such as books and supply, transit pass, and the student association fee. So the total cost you can expect for your study would be between $20,000 and $30,000. For the living cost in Edmonton, you can expect to spend around $11,000 per year. Living cost in Edmonton is much cheaper than other urban cities in Canada. For example, Edmonton cost of living is 36% less than Toronto. So if you rent a 1-bedroom apartment, the rent would be around $900 and $1,000 per month. If you share an apartment with someone, the rent would be much cheaper. And then a lot of students actually do that to save their money. The grocery would be around $300 per month, and there will be other expenses such as utilities. So the total living cost would be between $1,300 or like $1,400 per month. So as an international student, you can work while you are studying. If you take a full-time degree, diploma, or certificate program, you are allowed to work 20 hours per week off campus and unlimited hours during the scheduled breaks, such as winter, spring, and summer. For the full-time ESL or academic upgrading students, they can also work, but it's only on campus. So let's say you work part-time for 20 hours per week, and then you will earn $1,200 per month. $1,200 per month. This will cover the most of your living costs in Edmonton. However, your main goal is to study, so we highly recommend that you don't overwork yourself. It is the best that you come with enough money to cover your first year of tuition fee and the living cost. Then you can work to save up for your second year of studies. Okay, so here's an example of your timeline in Canada. If you take a 2-year diploma program and then start in September, there are 4 semesters and you will have a scheduled break in between. After completing the program, you can apply for the post-graduation work permit if you'd like to continue to stay and then work in Canada. So the majority of our programs are eligible for the post-graduation work permit. As long as you studied one of our 2-year programs and follow the immigration regulations, you will likely be eligible for the post-graduation work permit for 3 years upon graduation. The most important thing to note about the post-graduation work permit is that you can only get it once in your life, and it's not extendable. So it's important to take the right program length. If you are in a 1-year program, we recommend that you study another 1 or 2 years program, so then you can get the full 3 years of post-graduation work permit. And then the students usually look for a job and apply for the permanent residency nomination during this 3-year period. Okay, so we are getting close to the last part of my presentation. So here are the required documents, and then we usually require the high school transcript or national examination result. And if you already graduated from the university or college, please submit your post-secondary transcripts and the graduation certificate as well. We also require your English language exam results such as IELTS, TOEFL, Duolingo. So this is our application process. I'm not going through this each steps during my presentation because it's a long process, but this process can take up 2 or 3 months. So I would recommend you to start preparing all the documents and start your application as soon as possible. So excuse me. After you submit all the academic documents, Nate, you just need to wait for the admission results to come in. And then once you are accepted to the program, you will receive admission offer, and you need to pay the $1,000 tuition deposit to secure your seat in the program and then accept the offer. So this is the last piece of the application process, because a lot of students wonder if they have to pay the tuition fee in advance, like whole tuition fee, but actually you just need to pay the $1,000 tuition deposit to accept the offer. Then later, you can pay for the rest of the tuition fee. And then once you receive the acceptance letter, then you can apply for your study permit. So usually we recommend international students to apply at least 6 months before the program starts, because our process might take 2 or 3 months, and then you still have to go through the study permit application process, which might take another 2 or 3 months as well. Okay. So this is my last slide. Thank you for staying with me. So as a next step, if you are already ready to apply for NAIT, please visit our application checklist page, and then you can find a step-by-step guide for our application process. If you'd like to explore our program options, you can try our Find Your Future quiz, attend our events such as virtual campus tour, open house, program reviews. Please also visit our international page. You can find student testimonials, information of our international center, settlement in Edmonton, frequent asked questions from international students. And we also have a social media account. And then if you have any questions, please feel free to email us at international@nait.ca. Or you can have a 30-minute online meeting with one of our recruiters. If you'd like to meet us virtually, please book your meeting from our page from here. If you're thinking of working with an agent, you can find the list of our authorized agents on this page. So our authorized agents can help you with choosing the right exam and application process. So please check the agent who is located in your area. Okay, so this is the end of my presentation, and thank you so much for listening. And then now I'd like to take the questions. Okay, so the questions. Okay. Okay, so the question from Fluya. Hello, how is living expense in Edmonton, Alberta? Is it cheaper than at Vancouver and Toronto? Yes, it's much cheaper. Edmonton is not that the huge city, and then the living cost is much cheaper than Vancouver and Toronto. Yeah, so like in my presentation, I said, compared with Toronto, our living cost is like 36% cheaper than Toronto. So it's very reasonable to live in Edmonton. Okay, next one is from Mano Luya. Would you please share the contact info for the further master education questions? Yes. You can send us an email at international@NAITE.ca. I'm not sure if I can put this information. I just left the email address on the chat box. So yeah, please feel free to email us anytime. Okay. So next question is from Ida. Do the international students shape the part-time work and the job opportunities at Alberta? Yes. So the international students can do a part-time job up to 20 hours per week during the academic years, so during the term. But during the scheduled breaks, such as winter, summer, breaks, you can work unlimited hours. Okay, and then the job opportunities, yes, there are a lot opportunities for the part-time. Okay, next one is from Isam. Can we start work after 2 years of study at NAITE? Those programs are certificate programs. Okay. Yes, so our programs are, so our diploma programs are usually 2 years, and then the certificate programs are usually 1 year. So if you finish the 2-year diploma program, yes, you can start working. And then but you need to apply for the post-graduation work permit to work in Canada after graduation. Okay, next question is from Faiza. Which programs are the most popular ones for the international student, especially to make a career in Canada after graduation? It depends on the student plan, but what I'm seeing is the business administration is a popular program for the international students because it's general, and every industry needs like business person, like accounting, human resource people, marketing. So you will have a lot of job opportunities if you have a business diploma. Having said that, like IT sectors are booming in Alberta. So if you can do like coding, or if you have a like IT background, it's good for the student to find the future job as well. So for that reason, the IT programs are also very popular too. Okay. So next question from Samra. How long is the application and an admission request process for the student? So our admission process can take up to 2 months and then sometimes 3 months. It depends on like when you apply. So if you applied in October, it might take a bit longer because we are receiving a high volume application. But having said that, we will have a lot of stuff to process the application. So we will try to make the process faster. So usually it takes 2 months, and then sometimes like 3 months. That's the like longest case. Okay. So next question is from Jinap. Do you offer any kind of scholarship for international students? As someone who has all qualification but the money, I'd like to know if I have a chance. So at NAITE, unfortunately, we don't have an entrance scholarship. So the first year scholarship, we don't have that. But we do have a scholarship for the international student who are studying in their second year. And then you can see a list of the scholarship available international students on our website. So if you are curious about the scholarship, yeah, please go visit our website. Yeah, and then there is a section for the scholarship and then bursary. Yes, we do have a scholarship, but it's for the second year student. Okay, next question from Semura. What is the average cost of living in Alberta per month? Yes, so it's about $1,300 and then $1,400 per month. But it depends on your lifestyle. If you like going out a lot, the living cost might be higher. But usually, if you have I'll say the $1,400 or $1,500, you should be fine. Is GPA very important for bachelor degree program? What is the minimum requirement? Okay, so I guess, so this is a question from Ida. I think Ida already has a post-secondary education. Yes, so if you are going to use your post-secondary transcript, we will look at the GPA. And it depends on the program you apply. So every program has a different requirement. So I can't tell you what's the minimum requirement. But if you go, for example, if you go to the business program, there is a post-secondary pathway. So you can see the minimum GPA under the entrance requirements. And then you can also submit a high school transcript as well. So if you have a better marks in a high school, we can take the mark. And then if you have a better score in the post-secondary school, we can take the higher marks as well. Okay, so next question is, okay, so that was from Ida. And the next one is from Selma. Will your university help students find a job in Canada? So we have resources to help find job in Canada. We don't actually find a job for the students. Students, they have to write a resume and then go to the interview and they get the job by themselves. But we have a career center and then they can give you the workshop, like such as how to write a resume, how to take interviews, and then there are a lot of resources available to the student. So you can get the help, yeah, from the career center too. Okay, and then I think this is the last question from Julia. Do you have any partner companies for the industry experience? Yes, we do have a lot of partnership with the local companies. And if the program has a co-op program, probably you will have a chance to work in that partner companies. However, again, even for the co-op program, you still have to go through the interview process. It's almost similar to the applying for the regular job. However, NAITE has a partnership with the local companies, so they are willing to take our student as an intern. So yes, so we do have a partnership and they have a lot of industry experience. Okay. Oh, and I just got one more question here. Do you have any dormitory for the students? Okay, so unfortunately, NAITE doesn't have a on-campus housing. However, we have an agreement with University of Alberta and the MacEwan University. They are both in Edmonton. And then our students can also stay at their residence. And then their residence are usually 10 minutes or 30 minutes away from our campus by train. Okay. And then I think that was the last question. Okay. And then I don't see any more questions. Well, thank you very much for sticking around with me. It was almost like 60 minutes. And I hope I could explain our City of Edmonton NAITE program. And if you have any questions, please feel to reach out to us. We are so happy to help you. Okay. And Jinap, I'll hand it over to you.
Thank you very much for your great presentation, Junko. It was yet another fantastic session, and you covered all of the questions. So thank you very much for your answers too.
Thank you so much for having me.
And also I would like to thank the participants in Turkish as well. Katıldığınız için teşekkür ederiz arkadaşlar. Umarız sizin açınızdan da faydalı bir webinar olmuştur. NAIT ile ilgili diğer sorularınız için Junko'nun paylaşmış olduğu mail adresinden iletişime geçebilirsiniz. Herkese iyi hafta sonları diliyoruz. Önümüzdeki hafta yeni webinarlarla karşınızda olacağız. Görüşmek üzere. Thank you very much again, Junko. It was a pleasure to have you in IEFT Talks.
Thank you so much.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye everyone.